Hey guys, what's up? It is Jay from Jay's Mars Eating Show. Welcome back to my channel. I have a story time video tonight, today, for this video. Talk about some tea. How about that? I got went to Jack in the Box, got a Diet Coke, I got a burger. I've never tried it before. So let's just get started and start munching. As most of you guys know, I had broken up with someone a while ago. Their names shall not be mentioned because I want to respect their privacy and everything. I avoided talking about it because he was very much like, I still cared about him, you know, but I think I'm ready to talk about the relationship. I don't want any hate, please, for him. Like, I don't want you guys to like go hunt him down or something. On a side note, I'm single again, like actually single. And I told myself that I'm going to be single for at least a year because I need to work on myself, and I just don't think I can do that when all these guys are entering my life, you know? Here's a sandwich. It looks really good. Let's give it a try. Hiccup. Blah. This is my second relationship. 3 overall, but I already talked about the first one. Now I'm gonna talk about the second one and why we ended up breaking up. This is probably one of, like, out of all 3 relationships that I've had so far, the second one was definitely the hardest to deal with because I really did think that we were gonna end up together for a long time. Not that I didn't for the other relationships, but for this particular one, I had no doubt, like literally no doubt, that this wasn't gonna work. So a little bit of backstory. This guy, he's been with 5, 6 other guys, and all his relationships were terrible. They took advantage of him, they didn't respect him, and he told me I was one of the first guys to do so, to like respect him and tell him, show him what a good relationship is like. And he just, I knew that he loved me a lot. But then things started to like shift a little bit about midway through our relationship. So the relationship lasted like 8 months. Midway through that, he was contacted by his first ex, who started the whole mess that was his love life. But his ex contacted him and wanted to hang out. A week after that, he ended up like confessing to me, hey, I went to go see my ex. He was telling me this, and initially I was a little bit heartbroken because, you know, you don't hide this kind of stuff from your significant other. I told him it was okay to see his ex. He introduced me to his ex. He was like a very funny guy. I could totally be his friend. But this guy was in music and he could sing, and I could sing, but I'm not the best singer. He was like way better than I was. So this ex ended up inviting us to this event. The event was very like, it was supposed to be like a pro-Filipino thing. His ex was Filipino, I'm Filipino, we were all Filipino. That's why he invited both of us. It was very anti-white. It was very like fight racism with more racism. Not a huge fan of that. But he went up on stage, the ex, and he had to sing. And I'll call my ex John. John was looking at him in a way while he was singing, and he was like falling in love with him again. I can tell. A few weeks later, he's still having like conversation with his ex, and I told him I really am uncomfortable with you talking to him. And with a little bit of discussion, he ended up saying, okay, I'm not going to talk to my ex anymore. Like, I love you. I'm not going to talk to my ex anymore. Fast forward more. Like a few months later, he tells me that his ex contacted him again, and he was feeling like he wanted to talk to him. And I asked him why. And he told me that him and his ex had an unexplainable connection that's kind of like more than friends, but not like boyfriend. You know, it's not like a relationship. And I told him that it made me very uncomfortable. Like, I would not talk to my ex. And so he apparently asked his best friend if me and him were like a good match. And basically his best friend told him that you can find way better guys than Jay. And I was so hurt by that because this guy doesn't know me. And I'm a very good boyfriend. I'm a caring person. And I was exactly what John needed at that time. And his best friend has been his best friend for a long time. So I knew the moment he said that this relationship was it was like a matter of time before the relationship was going to be over because he listens to everything he says. And again, it's not fair because the best friend does not know me. And I understand where he's coming from because I don't talk to the best friend, but it's because I don't have anything in common with him, so I'm not going to be talking to him, you know? I mean, I'll make an effort, but like, I don't know you. You know? We don't have anything in common. So of course we're not going to be like being best buds. So you end up like not arguing, but he ends up telling me that he feels like the relationship isn't going to work out, but in a very indirect way. And I basically broke down and I said, please don't break up with me. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't feel like it was, I felt like he was not thinking correctly because of his ex. So we ended up sticking together for like a few more weeks. And then the last time I saw him, or like one of the last days I saw him, he basically told me it wasn't working and that he felt like this relationship wasn't fair to him because he wanted to see if the relationship with his ex could work out. And hearing all this, it just like broke me a little bit. It made no sense. I felt like after I helped him recover from all the crap that all his exes put him through, now that like he's all better now, he wants to go back and see his ex again. I felt so betrayed at that point. I felt so unwanted. I felt so unattractive. And I kind of had like a breakdown a little bit by myself. The funny thing is he never actually ended the relationship himself. I had to break up with him because I can tell he couldn't do it himself. But I kind of covered it up because I'm a nice person and I'm such a pushover sometimes and I don't like people getting hurt. I told him, oh yeah, it wouldn't have worked out. And I made up some like bullshit reasons like XYZ, oh we don't get along and whatever. Like I made stuff up. And I made it seem like it was more mutual than it actually was. The night before I had to go to work is when we officially broke up. And then we had like breakup sex. It was weird. And I gave him the key to his apartment and then I went to work and then that was that. I'm grateful that it ended because I know now that the relationship would not have worked out. There was a lot of things about it that were very negative that I did not realize at the time. One of them being that he was very egotistical, self-centered, and he lacked the emotional capacity to really give me what I wanted from the relationship, and that was mutual support. And he wasn't able to do that. He was very career-focused, self-centered. He was a very attractive person. He was very cute. And he admitted to me that he thought that he was more attractive than I was. And I truly believed that I was ugly for the longest time. And I already did prior to meeting him. But during the relationship, I really, really believed it. But yeah, that's that. Now my current relationship, my third one, recently ended. And I'm just so done with guys, honestly. I'm taking all of the events that have transpired in the last 3 years as blessings in disguise. As like little lessons to be learned. And with this wisdom, I will carry forward. I'll live my best life. And I'm not going to allow any person to affect me in the way that the last 3 guys have. That is it. That was the whole story. Thank you guys so much for watching. I was on my lunch break, so I'm trying to conclude this quickly so I can go back to work. Subscribe, comment below. I appreciate everything that you guys do for me. And this is a new channel, so I'm really wanting it to succeed because I want to do more stuff like this. I have so much fun just talking in my normal voice. Hit the bell button, subscribe, share it with your friends. And as always, have a good day. I love you guys a lot. See you guys later. Bye.